Hi everyone, welcome to our next Teach It Right Tuesday update video. It's been wonderful to see our Year 4 and 5 children settling so well into their courses this term. We are also looking forward to starting this Thursday with our Year 6 pupils who will be looking to do their independent school exams either in November, some of them have been brought earlier this year, or also in January of next year. So this video will cover off all the messages that have come out over the last few days. I hope you do find it beneficial, and we've got quite a lot to cover, so we'll make a start. So the first thing to mention are a few messages that have come out of the centres. We are currently doing fire drills with our students in the different locations. This is really to ensure that children know what their exit points would be and also where they would need to assemble. And we carry these out every term, and this really is just to make sure children do feel safe in the environments they're in. Touch wood, there wouldn't be a fire, but we do need to be able to carry out those drills so children are aware of what to do in case of a fire. Can I also ask that children are punctual to their Teach It Right lessons? The time that we spend with the children is just so valuable, and it really is useful if children can be there right at the start. Tutors will start at the beginning of the lesson, generally with a spelling test, and it is important that children are there from the start. Just a reminder in terms of the Windsor location, our Year 5 classes do start at 1:45. It has been over the past few years, we have started them at 2 o'clock, but we have brought that slightly earlier, so it is a 1:45 start for our Year 5 students in our Windsor location. We're pretty sure most of you are aware of that, but it was just a little reminder. We've also been asked about dictionaries and children bringing in dictionaries into the class. If your child is able to bring in a dictionary, it's always nice. All dictionaries are always slightly different, and sometimes using their own makes it easier for them to look up words, check definitions, or potentially look up any words that mean the same, particularly if it's a dictionary and thesaurus. And that certainly would be the ones that we would recommend. There is Oxford dictionaries that are both thesauruses and dictionaries, and they're quite small, quite easy to carry around. So certainly if you can give your child one of those to bring along, that would be great. Just a reminder about our markers. Now, our markers are back in the centres, and it's wonderful to see them again, and they are checking all of the You Must tasks. Now, I did mention this in my last video, but I know there were a few questions about that via email about how the marking system works. So we will check all of the You Must tasks. We would ask, please, parents, for you to check that. All the answers are in the back of all the books that we use, and if you can encourage them to do more, absolutely great. We will, of course, reward children for doing their homework as well. Just also a reminder about the homework support videos. We do have those available for Block 1 on the student portal. So if you would rather your child reviewed all of the questions by using a video, then that is the way to do it, and they are accessible on the student portal. The next little reminder is about the student portal and just what is there and how easy it is to gain all the information hopefully you need about the classes. So you can access homework review videos. You can also access the homework overviews as well. Download the spelling lists if you need them, if your child has misplaced them or would like another copy. Also, what we are very transparent with is telling you exactly what we cover off in each of those lessons. So please do have a look at the lesson plans. It's always done in fine detail, really to ensure that your child gets the best out of the course. Also, we do put on additional resources and things in the library. So if you want to download any other worksheets, please do feel free. And there are also online quizzes available there as well. To log in, you will need the email address that you registered with at Teach It Right, plus your child's date of birth in an 8-digit format. And don't forget, please, to add in the slashes. The student portal can actually be accessed via our website, and I've just got a capture here of what that looks like in the top right hand corner. So there it is, student portal. If you click on that, you will be able to log in. And once you've logged in, this is the page, very similar page that you will see. Certainly the learning and the resource library are very useful points to go to find out all the information you need about our courses. Now, one of the things that we've introduced into these videos on a weekly basis is a resource feature. And last week, you may remember, I talked to you about a wonderful word game called Bananagrams. Well, this week, I'm going to introduce another word game which we absolutely love and we do use with your children. So there's no need necessarily to go out and buy it unless you want your own copy. And this game is called Whiz Match. And the idea behind it is that children have to match up words that mean the same. And you can do this as a paired activity, or you could do it with more members of your family if you like. And once you've matched up the words, then you turn them over, and if you've spelt it correctly, it should spell whiz if all those words have been joined up. So this is a wonderful game, lots of words that potentially could come up in an 11 plus exam or an independent school test. So if you are interested, you can get it on Amazon. It is $14.99, which is quite expensive, but I do think money well spent in terms of the amount of words that you get. And certainly children that have played it in revision camps or in classes with us have really, really enjoyed this game. So this week's resource feature is Whiz Match, and that's for synonyms, opposites, and they also do a maths version as well for equivalent values. So well worth perhaps investing in that game. The other thing that we do weekly is provide a tip of the week. And this week we're actually going to be looking at non-verbal reasoning, and the question type that we're focusing on is matrices, or sometimes known as pictures. Matrices is about completing a grid, and these grids can vary in size. They could be 3 by 3, they could be 2 by 2. We've also noticed that they do some larger ones which are 4 by 4. But the most common type is 3 by 3, as you can see there on the screen. And the idea is to find the figure that goes into the empty box, or where the question mark is. Now, one of the things that we encourage our children to do first of all is try and identify what the pattern is. How has that matrix been created? And you might have very quickly noticed on this particular one that if we were to look along the diagonals, you can see in actual fact they are the same shapes. Now, the other way that we can visually look at this is also to think about it as the red arrow indicates, going across as a row. And if we just move those blue arrows out the way, what you'll have noticed hopefully already is that we need the same shapes to appear on each row. So we've got triangles, circles. We would also need this rectangular block sort of shape here. And that's the one that's actually missing. Now, with our answer options, what we can do is actually eliminate the ones that we know are not correct. So we know, for example, it's not going to be the circle. It's also not going to be the triangle either. Then we're left with fewer options, and this just limits our choices. Now, if we look at the other two on the completed rows, so if we were to look at this one and this one here, you'll notice that the box in the bottom left-hand corner is shaded grey, and that's exactly what we need. So if, for example, we could see, well, that's in the bottom corner, but the overlapping's not quite right. We've also got the grey here at the top. Now, if we compare these two, we've got one on the right and one on the left. So we can eliminate that one, and we know that we need it on the left-hand side. So that process of elimination is really important. Now, these matrices can also look at adding columns together sometimes as well. That could be a variation of a matrix. They are one of the most popular non-verbal reasoning questions, and certainly in CEM exams have appeared certainly in the last 5 years in the non-verbal reasoning section. So one that we will certainly practice in class, also good fun as well. So hope you found that useful, just to give you an idea of what matrices are like, and I hope you're finding them fun to practice in class. Moving on to the next slide, we wanted to mention to you today our new creative writing course. And at our head office in Camberley over October half term, Josephine Allen will be running a creative writing course for any children that are in Key Stage 2. So this is from year 4 right up to year 6. Josephine Allen is a very experienced teacher. She currently works in an independent school, but is head of English at the school that she works in currently, and has done a huge amount about supporting children with their writing skills. And we're very excited to have her on board at Teachitright, and she'll be delivering this 3-day course, as I say, over October half term. If you are interested in signing your child up, then you can visit our website and go under revision camps, and there is the booking for the creative writing course. It is a 3-day course. It runs from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, and we really do cram in all the elements of developing your child's writing skills. An opportunity to write in different genres, but also an opportunity, of course, to ensure that your child knows ways of making their writing as good as they possibly can. And this may well be something that you want further support for if your child is going for Reading Boys, because they have a creative writing element, and this course will certainly boost their skills. We obviously cover creative writing within our normal weekly classes for those children going for schools like Reading Boys, but if you would like your child to have an extra boost and work with the wonderful Josephine Allen, then please do go onto our website and book on. Likewise, with our Year 6 IACB course, which is now in full swing. This did start last Friday, but we do mention it to all of our families, just in case you know of anyone who is interested in doing an IACB common pre-test online adaptive test in October or November. This certainly is a very, very important course to give children that familiarity of doing something online, hence why it's delivered over Zoom. Nikki Gautam delivers that wonderful course on a Friday evening from 5:30 to 7:30. So if you would like to come along and join Nikki on that course, then please just let the office know and we can certainly get you booked on. I think there are a few places left. One of the things that we do every 6 weeks, and again we did mention this last week, is our parent workshops, and we're super excited to start these off very, very soon on October the 3rd, on Sunday, October the 3rd, between 4 to 6 p.m. These will be delivered via Zoom, and we'll be focusing on verbal reasoning to start with. On the 3rd of October, we'll be looking at CM verbal reasoning and also looking at the Reading Boys English vocabulary section. And on the 10th of October, we will be doing the GL version. Now, both these products can be booked online. They are free of charge, so please do come along and join myself and other colleagues to find out more about verbal reasoning, and we will give you an insight into all those different question types and also how to best support your child at home. So please do come and join me on the 3rd or the 10th of October. This weekend, Louise started her book club again, and you might remember she was focusing on Stig of the Dump, a wonderful book. This week she carries on again, and she is going to be looking at a book called 500 Beautiful Words You Should Know, and certainly does fit in really well with all of the verbal reasoning that we're teaching at the moment, certainly with our Year 4 and 5 pupils. So if you'd like to come and join Louise for this wonderful book club, this is an opportunity for her not only to share books with your child, but also for your child to read out loud. And I know last Sunday the children absolutely loved it. It is free of charge, and it's between 2:45 and 3:30. So do come along and join Louise for that book club if you can. And the other thing which we just wanted to reiterate again was the Homework Support Club. This did run last night, and again, very well supported. Brilliant opportunity for you to come along and complete your homework in a quiet environment, but also have a tutor there on hand if you want to ask them anything about what you have to complete. So the Year 4s are between 5:30 and 6:30, Year 5 between 6:30 and 7:30. So if you would like to join us on a Monday, it doesn't matter what week you're doing, any homework that you would like any support on, or just a place to come just to get it all done, then please do join us on a Monday evening. So some important dates to get in the diary. Louise's book club again on the 26th of September, this coming Sunday. Don't forget about the homework club. It's there every Monday during term time. And those 2 workshop dates, do get those in your diaries. You're more than welcome to come to both if you would like to, particularly if your child is studying for both syllabuses. They will be different. They will cover off different content. So the first one is on the 3rd of October between 4 to 6, and then Sunday the 10th of October, 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock again, and that will be focusing on GL assessment. So get those dates in the diary, as Billy suggests. Thank you very much for watching this video. And as I say, we are delighted with the way the children have settled into their courses, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.